Hello everybody, this is Blaze1216J and welcome to the Blaze Show. Today I'm here with my guest, Wiidude83. How you doing, Wiidude?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good actually, thanks for asking. So,
Alright, well, let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so, tell us a little bit about yourself, Wiidude.
Well, I'm Wiidude83. I am very hyper. I am pretty crazy, hilarious, and of course, director of Fate's Hand. So, yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I'm crazy, just make people laugh, that's my job, and yeah.
Alright, awesome. And, speaking of which, tell us a little bit about your, series, Fate's Hand.
Alright, for those of you who don't know what Fate's Hand is, it takes place in the world of Brawl. The Smash tourney is about to begin, and one of the main characters, Toon Link, of course, he's from the last tournament, now a bottom lister, so life is basically living hell for him. When suddenly, Sonic just drops out of the sky for some apparent reason. I'll explain it later on. But the two team up, they get a team together, and it's basically just their journey to go to the top and take down the king, who is Meta Knight, voiced by this man right over here. That's it in a nutshell, really. I really recommend, just go and watch the series yourself, because it's kind of hard to explain like this, but, yeah, that's pretty much the general nutshell of it all.
Oh, I see. That's actually pretty interesting. And, what inspired you, to machinimate?
Well, I did do little machinimas in the past, just like, mainly of my random crap and brawl series of just a bunch of internet memes and whatnot, but I never really saw machinima as too much of a big thing. I mean, I did see like Wrath of Giga Bowser, Last Tier War, Smash Chasm when those were all still running, but I maybe saw myself doing it, didn't really know. Then a friend of mine just kept talking about this one series, Smash King, and I said, maybe I'll watch it at some point, and it was about sometime during summer of this year that I went to it. I was like, okay, I got nothing else to do, I'll watch this. And my next 3 days, I became completely engulfed into Smash King. Like, I was amazed of how, machinima kind of evolved. And, I started to watch all these machinimas, and then I figured, you know what, this is something I could do. And immediately, I just started to write down a script, and there you go. That's basically how Fate's Hand kind of started.
Oh, I see. That's actually pretty interesting. Wow. So, basically, it's always, like, the older machinimas that inspired you, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's nice. So, one thing I want to know is that, other than machinima, I also noticed that you do some Let's Playing as well, and some other videos, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Let's Playing, I initially started way back, a lot of channels ago. I don't want to really get into the history of that now, but, I started as a Let's Player. I stopped for a really long time, but I recently started to pick it back up. I've been doing Let's Play videos, and recently, just this, last year, really, I became a top 10 maker, with different countdowns and whatnot, which, I do put a lot of work into. That's my second most, the second project I put the most work into other than Fate's Hand, so, yeah, you can go check those out. Just so people know, my main channel and Fate's Hand do have two separate channels, so be aware of that.
Alright, so I'll be making sure to at least put both links on the channel right here, on this video right here.
Alright, good.
Yeah. And speaking of which, I also noticed that you got a few voice roles recently.
Oh yeah, well, of course, my first voice acting really was Toon Link, in Fate's Hand, and, my first my project was, Chronicles of an Average Brawler, when I, took, Nintendo Please, the Rob character in that, and, that kinda got me a really, confident in voice acting, and, I'm pretty much auditioning for anything I really can at this point. I just like to be in the community and just help out people, because I know how much it is to, wait, how, annoying it is to wait for lines for episodes, so I'm pretty much, dedicated, I get my lines in fast as I can, so you can stop complaining. There, done. But, yeah, I'm open for voice acting at any time, so, yeah.
Alright, that's actually pretty interesting. probably make you be a voice actor if I were to make a project real soon.
Alright, very good.
Yeah. Alright, back to machinima. Do you think it's actually difficult doing machinimating, or do you actually think it's a little bit more easier nowadays?
Well, well, what are you talking about? With, like, just hacks now? Or...
Yeah, pretty much. But like,
well,
brawl hacks, some like counter hacks, and stuff for cutting you off there.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just like back when I was doing those random crap and brawl days, I had no idea what I was doing, but of course, I think it's a lot easier to machinimate now, especially with like the pause camera, and that, just using Sony Vegas as well. I think Brawl Machinima has really kind of, there's all these hacks just going into it to, just create all these, and I'm just really wondering, like, I'm not even sure people want to machinimate in the next Smash Bros. Considering of all the content, you can do in Brawl, so it's gonna be really interesting when the next Smash Bros. Comes out, but hey, I'm fine with Brawl. I love all the material in it. I wouldn't machinimate in anything else, really.
Yeah, I understand. And, since, like, you're one of, like, the brand new, machinimators that just came into the Brawl community, how do you like it so far, the Brawl community?
Well, initially, when I first came into it, I don't know why, but I thought people would be, like, massive jerks. I have no idea why. But no, the Brawl community has been really nice, to be honest. I've been welcomed in with open arms, really. People are respecting my work. I'm glad to see all this positive feedback, and yeah, it just shows, if you put a quality product out there, you're gonna be respected. And the Brawl Machinima community, it's really, I think, one of the better communities on YouTube, so, yeah.
Well, that's actually great to hear, actually. Right. And, are you going to be working on any other projects in the future?
You mean Machinima projects?
Well, anything in general.
Well, I do have some new top 10s coming up soon. Of course, I got, Episode 4 was just released, so, I'm gonna be working on Episode 5. But, I finished up a lot of projects recently, so it's just really, kind of working on scripting right now, for the most part. I mean, there's not a whole lot really going on. I mean, we just got an episode out, so not a whole lot of projects currently.
Right. So, is there anything else you want to go and say to your audience right here? Anything you want to reveal?
Well, there's one question I keep getting asked this a lot of, for instance of, why is Toon, one of my main characters in my Brawl Machinima, and, why did I place him at the bottom of the list? Because I get this question quite a lot in personal messages, and I kind of want to clarify that here. The reason why, first off, I picked Toon Link is that, Sonic and Toon, they're my two mains in Brawl, so I knew immediately when I came up with the idea of the Machinima, both of those would be my main characters. And secondly, why Toon's the bottom is that, like, look in the retrospective of all Machinimas, pretty much, and you will see that if there was, like, a list for, if there was, like, a tier list for, like, characters Machinima-wise, Toon Link would probably be at the bottom, because he's not used for anything, really. If he's ever used, it's just for a whiny kid version of Link, or just Link when he's young, and then they transition to, regular Link when he's older. And I kind of wanted to really, break the mold on that, pretty much, just to get him out there more in Machinima, because I think he honestly deserves it. So, when I came up with Fate's Hand, I knew immediately Toon Link was just I was gonna put so much energy into making Toon really shine in the Machinima. And hopefully, you guys are seeing Toon really shine.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it's actually pretty interesting to actually see Toon Link as the main character, and I think you actually did a pretty good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, would there be anything else you want to say before we end the show?
Well, not a whole lot, but, I can't say Episode 5 is going to be really big. I am so psyched to work on it, so, I'll see you guys in that episode.
Alright. And, remember, guys, you can go ahead and subscribe to Wiidude83, and I'll be putting up both the links to his channels on both the video and on the bottom of the description. And Wiidude, once again, thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Anyway, So, until next time, people, this is Blaze16J,
This is Wiidude83.
and I'll catch you all laters.